Any mention for unlisted matter? Any mention for unlisted matter? From the main list, item number 1.
May please, Your Worship.
Yes, Mr. Advocate.
Yes, Lordship, some progress has been made. Draft rule was circulated to my learned friend on last date of hearing, and my learned friend sought some time to file affidavit in response to the draft rule, my lord. And in this...
Yes, carry on.
So therefore, my lord, the affidavit has not come in response to the draft rule, my lord. But the issue in this case is applicability of the Provident Fund Act and rules made under the state government, my lord. That was the issue. So that we have already notified, and the mechanism is being worked out.
You have not responded, my lord.
The draft rules were not brought on record by the. They were given as a copy. But we have made the suggestions. We have the suggestions.
Very well. There are informal suggestions. Don't file it in court. We'll record that you've handed over a copy of your suggestions, and we'll look into it and the applicability and the appropriate measures to be taken regarding Provident Fund. And then we'll keep it after 4 weeks.
Could be, if I may just make one suggestion.
Yes.
The applicability of the Provident Fund will come into play once the trust is registered. It has to be a registered trust, and there has to be an agreement with the nationalized bank to maintain the Provident Fund. Now that is a thing, my lord, which the government can do at an early date before the next date if necessary, so that the fund comes into existence.
Yes.
How the fund will be disbursed or maintained is another issue. But otherwise, the registration of the trust and the agreement with the bank, if that comes into existence,
very well.
Yes, sir.
It will come into.
They are also accepting it. They are also accepting it.
Yes.
A set of suggestions in respect of the draft rules circulated on behalf of the state on the last occasion has been handed over by advocate for the petitioner to advocate for the state in court today. Full stop. Paragraph. It is also the petitioner also suggests that the state should take expeditious steps to create a trust and to open a Provident Fund account with a nationalized bank with a corpus deposited. Full stop. According to the petitioner, once this is done, the mode and manner, the quantum of PF or the mode or manner of disbursal thereof can be worked out. Full stop. The state has also agreed to this suggestion, in principle. Full stop. Paragraph. Since the parties appear to be in a position to resolve the imbroglio that has continued for a considerable period of time, let the matter appear next 4 weeks hence.
One more prayer, my lord.
Yes.
We have two repetitions here. One relates to the deficit granting aid and one relates to the ad hoc granting aid. So far as the deficit granting aid colleges are concerned, this is, my lord, this will almost suffice. The ad hoc granting colleges, my lord, they are neither subscribers, the employees are neither subscribers to any provident fund, nor is the EPF Act being implemented upon them. They have nothing to take back home when they return. That response has not come from the state in WPC number 360. Last occasion, there was an observation from this 360. There was an observation that they can come up with some scheme for...
As far as So when it says petitioners, huh? Now, as far as WPC number 360 of 2017 is concerned, comma, now it needs to be recorded at this stage that WPC number 281 of 2017 pertains to deficit grant in aid colleges, comma, whereas WPC number 360 of 2017 pertains to ad hoc grant in aid colleges. Full stop. Paragraph. It is submitted on behalf of the petitioners that though that in respect of ad hoc grant in aid colleges, comma, there is no provision for provident fund and retiring teachers leave with no security for the future. Full stop. The petitioners seek the state to look into such aspect of the matter and come up with an equitable proposal in such regard. Full stop. Paragraph. It is hoped that such aspect of the matter also receives the state's attention.
Only one point.
Yes.
So far as ad hoc grant in aid colleges are concerned, Miller,
Yes.
we pay basic salary plus DA.
Yes.
And the respondents before your lordship in writ petition 360 are the private management also, my lord. So therefore, it is the primary duty. They have to also to respond to, and notice has to go to them.
Mr. Advocate, there could be something like, it has to be a give and take. There
Yes.
could be something like you could contribute 20%, they could contribute 80%, you could contribute maybe 10%, they could contribute 90%. The larger share they will contribute because
Yes,
the
sir.
regular you are picking up the tab. But there has to be something.
Yes, sir.
You do 5%, 10%.
Yes, sir.
To some extent.
We will file our reply.
Please remember one thing. All over the world, teachers are paid very poorly. And what happens is that, there's not adequate training because of that. Because those who do not get jobs, those who cannot find any other avenue, they are left to teach. And that is not what we want. To attract good talent, you can't grudge them. To attract good talent, you must also, compensate them. And this is something which is penny-wise pound foolish. You have big institutions, big things, fantastic technology, but the people who are imparting education are not probably good enough or qualified or of that standard. So, we have to,
You have to look
at this completely.
In fact, my lord,
Yes, sir.
if the CPF is not implemented for them, by law, EPF has to be implemented on them.
Yes.
Out of the two, my lord, starts, they have something to go home with.
Very well, they'll look into it.
Yes, sir.
Authorized, my lord.
Item number 2.
Which one is this, Mr. Khan?
What should be this? Ratachara.
Oh, Jawai Ratachara.
My lord, the National Highway has submitted a small status report, my lord.
Today, 3rd October.
Yes, my lord. It will take some more time to do the complete overhauling of the road, my lord. But then the two contractors are already there.
Gupta,
Yes, my lord.
in public interest, drive that stretch. Go once, it won't take too long. From here to Jawai takes about an hour and a half. The rest of the distance should be taking you otherwise about 45 minutes. But that part of the stretch will take you 3 hours now. Just go once and come back and tell us with a straight face whether that can be accepted in any civilized country.
My lord, we have initiated, my lord, our work my lord. Seriously, we have started
But
our.
why do we have to ask you to do this?
No, my lord, because
Why do we have to remind you of what the requirement is? Is there no duty? Is there no responsibility?
previously there were some latches because the previous contractors' term was over and the new contractors were not put in place, my lord. Now both the two contractors' services have been taken, my lord. This is in para number 2, my lord. We have all stated, my lord.
Do you have anything to say?
May it please, Lordship. Lordship, petitioner personally visited the particular place, my lord.
Yes.
In fact, he had gone in his scooty and he had taken up photographs. If my lord permits me to place this photograph, Lordship.
Yes. You show it to him more than me,
I'll give the copy.
more than us.
Pathetic condition, sir. There can be no doubt, my lord. Totally
And Mr.
pathetic.
Khan, the state has no role in this.
Definitely not.
After all, it's your citizens who are using these roads. No, this is the thing. Tongseng village. This is beyond Clariot.
Lordship.
Yes. I think up to the first part, I may have gone. But you see also, come to picture 4, if you look at it, it's the concrete which is given way. Can you make out? It's a concrete stretch over there. Rod is there. It's a concrete stretch. It's not just blacktopping.
Lordship. Lordship, other aspect, the filling, my lord, which has been carried out. In fact, it has been done, my lord, only with the mud. So that is why, my lord,
Yes,
it
yes.
is not
Temporary filling is
Yes.
only mud.
mud.
But temporary filling of with stones and mud actually
Stone
gives
should
you a
have been there,
surface.
my lord. At least a stone, a little bit of stone should have been there, my lord. Then on top, my lord, there was.
Yes, only mud is useless.
That is the, my lord, difficulty. So today they are doing it, and tomorrow, my lord, with little bit of rain also, my lord, it is coming out. That is what is happening, Lordship.
But the worst is the Clariot market.
It is there, Lordship.
The National Highways Authority of India has filed a status report dated October 3, 2023, wherein it is indicated that a new contractor has been engaged on September 29, 2023 to undertake repair operations spanning from Sonapur, bracket KM 141 plus 500, bracket closed, to Ratachera, bracket KM 171.455. The report also indicates that the existing contractor has been required to undertake repair work from Jawai, bracket KM 69.20, to Sonapur, bracket KM 141.500 or 0.50. Full stop. Details have been indicated as to pothole filling, drain cleaning in Clariot, repair of damaged pavements, and particularly the Sonapur tunnel area. Full stop. It is hoped that the work undertaken is as good as the report, so that the misery of the citizens in the locality and the trauma that vehicles on the relevant stretch of NH6 go through are alleviated, if not altogether removed. Full stop. Paragraph. Some photographs have been appended to the report indicating the nature of the ongoing repair work. Full stop. However, the petitioners have produced photographs from the NH6 stretches near Minkre village, MYNKRE, Tongseng village, Sonapurdi village, and Lumshnong, apparently taken on October 4, 2023, which reveal the abysmal condition of the roads with potholes that are more appropriate to be regarded as craters, and with no sign of any black topping in the relevant stretches. Full stop. Paragraph. This is completely unacceptable in a civilized country. And it is a shame that the court has to remind a central body as the National Highways, as the NHAI, as to what its duties and responsibilities may be. Full stop. As it is, it is difficult terrain, as it is, the terrain in the state is difficult to negotiate, and far-flung areas wait for supplies and essentials. Full stop. This supply chain is completely disrupted by the poor condition of roads, particularly of the nature in the Jowai-Ratachara stretch of NH6. Full stop. Paragraph. It is hoped that the repair work is completed to make the entire stretch from Jowai to Ratachara more navigable, within within the next month or so, work of more permanent nature should be taken up shortly thereafter. Full stop. No road or highway in the country can ever be allowed to be reduced to the state as in the present stretch of NH6 from Jawai to Ratachera. Full stop. Paragraph, local officials of the state ought to have reported the matter well in advance to the higher authorities in Shillong for NHAI to be persuaded to ensure that the road was in better condition and not reduced to the pitiable state as evident from the photographs relied upon by the petitioner. Full stop. Paragraph. The matter will appear 4 weeks hence. Full stop. In addition to NHAI reporting on the work undertaken and completed, the Deputy Commissioner of the East Jantia Hills District should also file a report.
If I may, my lord, can I submit, Lordship? In terms of the last order,
Last order, yes.
Deputy Commissioner, my lord, they were supposed to file a report.
Have you filed one?
My Lordship, we have not received. In fact, I was just telling my friend.
That's why we're repeating that.
Lordship, to kindly give.
file a
In fact,
report.
we have the chief engineer has filed a report, Lordship.
Should file an independent report as to the status of the relevant stretch of NH6. Yes.
Lordship, this is with regarding to that H6, 7.997 kilometers.
And what about the Joy bypass?
That is Joy bypass, Lordship. We are still in the repairing mode and the potholes are being filled. As and when the weather becomes okay, the bitumen will be laid down, Lordship.
Very, very. Paragraph, the state should complete the repair and renovation of the Joy bypass within the next 4 weeks. Now that the monsoon is petering out. Yes.
As per the last order, my lord, the report which was supposed to be filed was with regard to, my lord, the extent of work which has been carried out by the NHI. It was supposed to be on that aspect, my lord. That has to be filed, my lord, by the state.
They have done that. They have indicated something has been done. Reports we don't insist
In
on.
fact-
We want the work to be done on the ground.
My lord.
Hopefully they will do it. We keep on reminding them. You be the watchguard, so to say, till such time. But this is completely unacceptable, Mr. Khan.
Lordship, if I may just assess the court, just recently, Lordship, a week back, a news item came up in the Economic Times. Lordship, I just share with you, Lordship, the government has come out with a deadline that the engineers will be held accountable or face action for any potholes in the highway. And the deadline given, Lordship, is this: in its plan to make India's highway pothole free, the government has introduced a stringent accountability system for highway engineers.
That's for rest of India.
Lordship, this was
That
not
rest
there.
of India does not apply to the Northeast India.
Absolutely, Lordship. But this direction is that the engineers and the director have to visit every 15 days, Lordship. So this was not in place, and I'm sure state also will take notice of this. The directors have to visit, and the engineers, if there's a pothole in the stretch, the engineer responsible for that stretch will be held accountable. So this is a welcome development.
Once, one or two of them are thrown out,
Lordship is correct. The moment accountability comes in, Lordship.
the moment the others will sit up and take action.
And Your Lordship, the statistic of 2021 says in Indian highways are responsible for staggering 3,625 road accidents and 1,481 deaths only of potholes. So these things at least the government is working up.
Plus, a quarter of the fuel bill.
Lordship is correct.
That in foreign currency could
Absolutely.
be saved if roads were better. A quarter of the fuel bill.
Lordship, my purpose of
Because most of the fuel is not taken up by private vehicles in cities.
Lordship is correct.
Most of it is taken up by transport vehicles ferrying across highways. And if you need to cover a distance of 45 kilometers over 3 hours, which should otherwise be done in probably less than 40 minutes, then imagine the extent of you're using first gear and second gear,
Absolutely.
but you should be on fifth gear.
Fifth gear. Lordship is correct. Absolutely correct. There are various shades to it. Your Lordship is correct. I'm just putting.
And that's a national loss. It's not individual loss to the transport company or individual loss to the owner of the vehicle. It's a national loss.
Ultimately, it comes down to taxpayers' Lordship. Taxpayers' money which are not utilized. It is utilizing some other purpose. Boils down to that. Your Lordship, I'm just assisting the court, Your Lordship. This was not there in place. The accountability of engineers in place.
Fight with your clients. You must hold your clients accountable.
Absolutely.
My officers, they are personally visiting and they are monitoring myself. And
You're only justifying your client.
we need to get the work done by any means, my lord. Not necessarily by fighting, but I have to put pressure on them, saying that it is
Very well.
My lord, even the state roads, in fact, there were some observations made in the order dated 18/8/2023, my lord, that some kind of, my lord, attention be made in the state road within the Shillong area, my lord.
Let us concentrate on that. Some work is being done everywhere. There's some work which is being done everywhere. I move around. I see some things. Some work is happening. Even there's sufficient work going on the bypass and on the road from Maodiangdang to the highway. There is some work going on over there. So once those links come up, it will be much better. In fact, already if you go from Negrims to what is it called? Dengpaso. From Negrims to Dengpaso. See, I know all these.
That is the reason we choose to remain quiet, because we can't speak through affidavits. When Lordship visits personally and if it contradicts with the affidavit.
Just pointing out, my lord. I'm just pointing out so that
Yes,
attention can be taken
Lordship
out.
is
You have to give it time.
Time.
If for years it has not happened, you can't expect it to happen in 3 months.
Lordship, this bypass, Badapani bypass to Dengsupa came into existence after 27 years.
Yes.
So that was the whole story. And then we had a situation even in the Umsling bypass, this court had to intervene.
But there are some development projects which are coming up, in New Shillong. There's
New
some
Shillong, yes.
aggregation which is going to happen. There's going to be an educational hub over there. There's going to be part of the administration. New secretariat will
Absolutely.
be moving over there. So you'll be getting a lot of, people don't have to actually come to Shillong.
Very true.
And I had gone day before yesterday for the land which has been allotted to the National Law University Meghalaya,
Lordship.
and it's prime property. It's just off the toll gate and right next to the highway, and that's where the first of the education institutions will come. There will be an NIT right next to it.
Next to it.
Of course, you have the NIFT, which is not functioning. A huge complex has been built, and IIM Shillong has expanded, even though it's enjoying a huge chunk of land. But there are going to be developments that side, and even that plan includes the jail going there.
Absolutely, Lordship.
Though I have advised them that the jail should not be coming there, because the jail can go
I had
the other
expressed the
side of
concern,
town.
Lordship. Lordship expressed the concern to
The
the
jail should go, but then
somewhere.
it's not my brief really. In a matter, I can tell them, but please tell them that the jail should go to the other side of town. It's much better if the jail is near Mafplang or something like that, instead of because this will be more of an administrative hub. The jail should be completely the other way. And that area which is allocated for land can be given even for public, private enterprise. As it is, you have this IT IT hub or whatever it is. The first one is completely full.
Lordship.
Second one is being constructed, and the construction is coming up at a very fast pace. You know, if you go 1 week and go there the next week, you realize how much work has progressed, because the first IT park is saturated. The second IT park is coming up.
Lordship.
Hopefully, some of our young boys and girls, will get. If you go there at 5 o'clock or 5:30, they work continuously. They have shifts. If you go there at 5 and 5:30, you'll see so many, in the age group of, let's say, 25 and 35. Which means so many of our boys and girls over here are getting employment opportunities.
Absolutely, Lordship.
Even it may be back office work of elsewhere, but at least they're getting some employment opportunities.
Absolutely, Lordship.
Yes.
Completely.
I
But at
can,
the end of the day, all of you have to be vigilant of your rights. You must have to assert your rights. No one will give you, you have to fight for them. And you have to also remember when you are casting your vote, how you use that. Yes.
item number 3.
Yes, what is the matter about?
This is regarding the Akeng matter, Lordship. The dispute of Akeng, which is a dispute of Akeng land, Lordship, in Nopasip. Here, Lordship,
Who are you appearing for, Mr. Kinjing?
for appearing for
private respondent.
Respond number?
is appearing for 5.
Respondent was 4 and 5.
4 and 5, yes. What is the grievance?
Your Lordship, this grievance is here, Lordship, that this private respondent has filed against the order of the CEM dated 5/7/2019, whereby the CEM of GHDC have reminded the matter to the EM, stating that without directing the EM to record the statement of the witnesses and to framing of issues and to decide the matter. That operative part of the order, Your Lordship, may I take you to the page 97. Page 97. The last part is page 98. Page 98, may I read? There is, the story of the case has been written, but the last portion of the direction was there, Lordship, whereby the private respondent was agreed by the order, and then they have approached the High Court, Lordship.
Who is the EM?
This is the order of the CEM.
Yes, there is a CM.
Lordship.
So there is an executive member in charge of land and land revenue.
EM revenue.
Yes,
So that is the person.
that is the person.
Very well. I direct the so-and-so to record statement of witness of both the parties after giving chances to both the sides,
Yes.
adducing the respective witnesses. Now
Yes.
this has been set aside.
This has been said aside. Now my contention, Your Lordship, this is very clear, Your Lordship. Also is aware there is a judgment, also the landmark judgment which has not been, has not been said aside. This has been treated as a landmark judgment. This provision where it is clearly, Lordship, may I have said this order?
You have them.
I give them, Lordship. They also know, Your Lordship.
I know that.
Yes, sir.
As a matter of fact, my lord,
Let me just complete, Your Lordship.
at outset,
Just let him.
regarding local standard.
The local-
In this case, my lord,
Yes.
the appellant before this honorable court are the male only. The
Male.
male. Then the respondent number 6 in the red petition, a lady who is didn't come forward to file an appeal, my lord. She is not a party before this court, my lord.
No, he's the party, Lordship. He is party in the from the EM.
Dingji Marak.
In fact, Lordship, in my affidavit in the opposition, even my learned senior, where he has filed a writ petition, they also have not filed in the proper form because if I go to the page 101 where I have clearly explained, they have even made a party to the person who are already been expired, Lordship. Even all those things were not taken into consideration. By the way, let me just, before going to that, I just want to apply the judgment, Your Lordship, what I'm trying to submit before this court. Appellant 20 of the judgment.
Appellant Melen Malak is a grandson. Molen Malak is the husband. And according to the Karo law, just like Kachin law, it's a matrilineal society, and the female is the main party. And she is also the party in the red petition below, but in this appeal before this, and he is not be a party.
In the writ petition, the the petitioner was Binoni Sangma.
Yes.
And there were 5. Where is the writ petition?
In page,
Writ petition, Lordship, page 53.
Page
53.
53.
Yes, my lord.
The other parties are
I'm Minen,
Minen Marak,
the Molen,
Molen, and Dingji and Sangma.
Dingji, Lordship, is already been expired, Lordship.
No. She said like, I have just phone her this morning also. My party.
Dongji Sangma.
Yes.
Where is your memorandum of appeal?
Memo appeal, Lordship, is in the page.
It's in page 1, my lord.
Page?
1. The name's what in page 2. Page 2.
Binoni.
Oh no. So the
Dingji. Binoni. It's here, Your Lordship, that
since it is evident that one of the parties to the petition, to the writ petition,
Yes, my lord.
Srimati Donji and Sangma, who was arraigned as the 6th respondent before the writ court, has not been impleaded in the present appeal, liberty is given to the appellants to amend the cause title in the memorandum of appeal and the stay petition and incorporate the name of the said lady.
Dingji and Sangma.
Yes. Full stop. Paragraph. Such exercise should be completed within a week from date. Full stop. The amendment to the original papers may be carried out in the presence of the officer of this court pursuant to this direction. Full stop. Copies of the appeal papers should be forwarded to the added respondent in the appeal with the intimation that the matter will appear 3 weeks hence. 4 weeks hence. Full stop. An affidavit of service as to service on the added respondent should be filed by the appellants. Yes. Take
Item,
back your thing.
item number 4.
Yes. What is the matter, Dr. Monica?
It's a service matter or some rifles, my lord. We have to
Other side?
serve them afresh, my lord.
The Appellant.
I'm appellant, my lord.
Why MC? Is there condonation?
This is a condemnation, my lord.
Very well. The applicants will serve the respondents and inform them that the matter will appear 3 weeks hence, full stop. Paragraph. The respondent should also be made aware that in the event the delay in preferring the appeal is condoned, the appeal may be taken up for immediate consideration.
But
Yes.
Item number 5.
this is also service matter, my lord.
You have not read the judgment, have you? The NDPS?
Yesterday I couldn't check, my lord.
No.
I'll check.
Please check it,
My lord.
because there is a different distinction which has been brought out.
Madam,
Yes,
Yes, my lord. I'm for the respondent, Your Honor.
yes.
But this will take some accommodation, my lord.
Yes. What is the issue?
Here, what happened, my lord? The respondent was appointed to certain post, my lord,
Oh,
which was an advertisement, which was in deviation from the rules.
when do you want it? Tell us. You want it beyond me or
As the Lord says, please,
within?
my
Can you launch next week? Next week.
Next week? The appellant seeks an accommodation, seeks a further accommodation. Full stop. At the request of the respondent, let the matter appear next week.
Obliged.
These small appeals I can finish up. They take nothing.
Well,
They are just factual matters.
It will get one end of the board.